If you would have bought something over here, then you could have understood that this 2000 points was there for you, absolutely available. Good afternoon, traders. Thank you so much for joining in another strategy video from RLTR Group. So today we are going to understand a strategy in Bank Nifty that is going to help you trade the direction in the market. Now, before I proceed with this strategy, there are two things that you need to have. Now, in this strategy series, there are a few portals that I use, like Nifty Tracker for open interest, and I also use Go Charting for order flow. So today's strategy is actually out of the Oderflow system and the way that helps me to understand the direction of the index. So I can tell you one very simple thing, that if you understand this particular direction in the market, your accuracy will be somewhere around 70% of the time. And I'm going to go ahead and backtest this for you and give you this entire idea as to how exactly this works. Now, on a normal general basis, let's say, we have started it on the 3rd of January. Now, there are a lot of places that you can understand and see that, the market is making higher high and you have to buy. And there are a lot of things that you can actually put in terms of indicator and so on and so forth. But the biggest thing that you're actually missing out is a second confirmation on how the trend is going to be. So on Friday, it was quite a difficult market, isn't it? But let me just show you how you can simplify this via the order flow. So in the order flow, I'm using Go Charting system. This is available for you for, a couple of $1,000 per month. This charting facility is one of the best that I've ever found in terms of the order flow. So today's strategy is based on the order flow and how we are going to do it. Now, before that, you need to understand two things. So those things are, one is called as a commutative delta. So I'll call it as CD. So a commutative delta is something where on a particular candle, let's say for an example, this particular candle that has been formed, what are the net buyers? So if you look at this big candle, you will know there were a huge, there were a lot of buyers, but you will not know on these small candles whether these buyers, are having the strength to carry the market forward, because, there has to be a lot of buyers to move the market, isn't it? So technically what happens is that for this entire day that is being written off over here, it starts immediately at a zero commutative delta right at the beginning. All right. So when it starts at zero, there are a few things that you would need to understand. So when something starts at zero and it's on a line, it has to either go up or come down. And if it is coming down, then it has to make a turn. And if it is again going up, he has to go ahead and break this particular zero level. So over here, what happens is in order flow, there is a charting system called as a commutative delta chart. So it's not the chart that you see on the top, but it's the chart that you see on the bottom. So if you understand this, the market always opens at a zero delta. So from the zero delta, there was a green candle that pushed the market up, but slowly it started coming down. And if you observe over here, this zero delta was broken once again somewhere around 11 o'clock in the market. Now, what has happened is that this big red candle, once that has been formed, there has not been any follow-up. So what does that mean? So that means that this is actually formed a base here. So then you see the market slowly consolidates over here and decently goes ahead and breaks this particular thing at somewhere around 140. So let's go back to the chart and see what exactly would have happened if you would have traded somewhere around 130 to 140 and whether this would have given you the move. Now, let me just go ahead and show this to you. So 140 would be this particular candle. And yes, that move was given. And if you were able to capture that move, and I think, on a normal basis, let me just get that particular piece here. So on a normal basis, you get a decent amount of at least 100 points on a single direction. So whenever the commutative delta that is starting from zero is going up, coming down, and then consolidating at the area and breaking this after the second half is when you need to enter the trade. So let me just go back and show you how and what this actually does. So on the top, this is the Bank Nifty chart. Okay, on the bottom, this is the commutative delta chart. So we'll go ahead and understand from last Thursday and see, has this commutative delta helped? So let's quickly find out and see what happened. So over here, the market opened at 0, it came down, it consolidated, and then it took it out over here at this level. So that would have been somewhere around, I would say, 1. And yes, this particular 200 points was done. Now, let's go to the second day, that was Friday. So Friday, it opened up and then it started making a turn and then it came down and it consolidated over here, but it did not give a confirmation that it was breaking. So over here, there was no setup on a Friday. Now let's go ahead, look on Monday. So on Monday, it went up, it came down, and then it was still consolidating over here onto the top. So what does that mean? That once this particular high has been broken, yes, there was a target of some around 200 points that was achieved. Now, once again, let's look out on Tuesday and see how it works. So Tuesday, it came down and then the low was not broken. It consolidated over there a bit. And then at this juncture, you would have taken a trade and this 100 points was right here for you. Now, let us quickly go ahead and understand and see whether there was a trade on Wednesday. So Wednesday, it went up, it came down and nothing happened. Okay, so there was no breakout over here. So nothing of that sort happened. And then on Thursday, it opened down, it made a price action, and then it cut down once again. And slowly it started moving over here towards the downside. Now, as you understand, Thursday was completely bearish. And yes, if you would have had to take a trade, you could have taken a bearish trade and a put would have given you a decent amount of money. Now, over here on Friday, nothing to explain. This particular thing was available for you to trade. Now, if you go back and validate this for the last 1 month, and you would have to use the futures chart for you to understand the velocity of the market. And if you understand this, you will be able to find the dips that the market is actually providing you. So on the first, on the 31st, there was a dip and there was a short buying. Now, in the order flow, if you would see, this particular candle is one of the highest volume candles that was available. So this was made on the 31st of Friday. So if you would have bought something over here, then you could have understood that this 2000 points was there for you, absolutely available. So this strategy is available on Go Charting, and there are a lot many strategies that I'm going to be teaching on my class tomorrow. So that would be somewhere around 3 p.m. and the link to join it is available on our Telegram channel. I'll mention it on the video as well so that you can join. So I'll be sharing 5 different techniques over there which can help you make at least 100 points in the market on a consistent basis throughout the month. Now, I would not promise that you would have this always for the entire month, but at least I would tell you 70% of the time you would be able to do it. Now, the only job over there is that if that 70% of the time that you have done it, then you have to take it home. So that is the responsibility that I'm going to give you and also teach you how to get there. So tomorrow on this session, that we are having on the Telegram channel that is exclusively for the members who are available there. So you can come there, join us and learn much more fascinating techniques. And what I've taught you over here is absolutely wonderful. You can give it a try, you can understand. And if you have any questions on commutative delta, you can reach me out. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you have a wonderful weekend. May this weekend be blessed and may the next coming trading sessions be the most profitable for you. With this information, I thank you so much for your time. I wish you have a wonderful day ahead. Take care. Jai Hind. Goodbye.